this grand occasion. My name is David Franz, class of 60. So when I mostly sat on the bench on the basketball team in my day, we were still upstairs in the fitness room. We didn't even have this. Welcome all of you, and it's great to see so many students here. The Fieldhouse, where we were going to be outside doing this shoveling, is the culmination of years of planning, or to plagiarize shamelessly from my good friend John Prentice, a step I must say I find almost unimaginable. There are those moments of perfect confluence when program and place and people do come together and something remarkable happens. So it is with this project. And while many have contributed to this project in different ways, it's a pleasure to recognize a few men and women whose leadership and generosity have helped us move from planning to execution and realization. Doug Hale steadfastly advocated, I think badgered actually might be the more operative term, the board and all others who would listen with regard to the project of the Fieldhouse. Happily, the board listened, but the vision would not have moved to reality were it not for the generosity of some people whom I'd like to name here today. Stacy and Dylan Lissette, Hale and Jeff Reeder, the Prentice family, Denise Dupre, and Mark Nunman. Could we recognize all of them? They are the ones who have brought this project to fruition. And so now it is my great pleasure to introduce my predecessor as board president, ever-wise counselor, and dear friend, who's now using my pen to rewrite her remarks, Denise Dupre.
An English professor, take it, because it'll pay dividends for the rest of your life. So David, thank you for the pen. I'm known a little bit for going off script, so I might do that this evening. Boy, what an extraordinary privilege to be in front of you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Stacy and Dylan, for all that you've done to make this reality about to happen. You know, Mercersburg has a really rich history of athletic, extraordinary outcomes. And, you know, one of the things that I was thinking about is Mercersburg has 54 Olympians. As I look up at the stands, I see number 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. I am incredibly proud of our athletic tradition. Let me just make it clear, I was not an athlete. Really? No, that's not true. By the time I left Mercersburg, I was an athlete. I arrived not as an athlete. I didn't even know what a field hockey field looked like, and I look at you young men. In basketball, we didn't have much of a bench, and then there was a tennis racket. So it's you guys. Wow, all the teams came out today. As you all think about your collective impact on today at Mercersburg, remember that a rich tradition precedes you. The Nolde Gym was founded in 1912. There have been hundreds of incredible athletes, and it is this rich tradition, Mercersburg's commitment to the health of the body, the mind, and the spirit that makes this facility an important and integral part of what we stand for. So it's a privilege for my family to participate, and an even greater privilege to to introduce Stacy and Dylan.
Thank you, Denise and David. Dylan and I are really honored to be here for such a special occasion. I want to begin my remarks by talking a little bit about why this project is important to us. I, like Denise, came here for 4 years and was not an athlete. I think Denise was a little bit more of an athlete than I was. I probably spent a lot of time on the field hockey bench, but being a part of that team made a difference to me in my life as a student here at this school. And I think that one of the things we always try to emphasize here is that we're educating the entire student. And athletics, physical fitness play a huge role in that. And so I think that resonated with Dylan and I when the Daring to Lead campaign was kicking off and the strategic plan that underpins the campaign highlighted the areas that really mattered. Athletics was important to us. And when we think about all of you running around the track, and by you I mean also the faculty, and maybe some of the board members, hopefully, it's really exciting to think about the use of this new space for the school and what a difference it will make. We learned during this process that we are the only Maple school that doesn't have a field house, so that's going to bring us up to par with the rest of our Maple competitors. So we're really excited about that. And as I said, physical fitness matters to us. I think Plato said, you can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. So that resonates to us as well. And we are very excited to think about all of you using this new space. I want to also say that we're really grateful that we were not the only ones who felt this was important. The other donors that were mentioned by David, this would not be happening without them, and I think we all share in the vision of what this will mean to the school. So we're really thankful that others joined us. And today's weather highlights the need for this building. I mean, it's kind of interesting that we ended up inside here today. It's just proof, because where you will be practicing on a day like this will be in this new space. So the weather kind of helped us out a little today. But what I want to turn to now, which is the more important part of my remarks, and that is to talk about what this new building is going to mean. We've sort of left it to be a little bit of a mystery. We're not ready for that quite yet, but we have our athletic director, Rick Hendrickson, and our student body president, Brian Nelson, up here to unveil the name. But before we actually pull the blanket off of that, I would like to just say a few words. In speaking with the other donors and really thinking about the name that this building should bear, it was really clear to all of us that this is the perfect building to bear the name of someone who's been so incredibly impactful on this institution. This man has an incredible heart, has devoted a significant portion of his career to making the school the extraordinary institution it is today. And he's made immeasurable differences in the lives of so many young people. He's responsible for having the vision and implementing a campus master plan that has truly transformed this school. We're so thankful for all that he and his wife have done. And so with extreme pleasure, I present to you the name of the Fieldhouse, the Hale Fieldhouse.
So a couple of things before I make you prepared remarks. Thank you all for coming out, being such good sports, coming to this groundbreaking. It's great to see all of you up there. Second thing I want to make clear is that this new building that's going to happen right to the right of here is not about me at all. It's about all of you, all that will follow you. It's about the students. And that makes me really, really happy. And the third thing I want to say, because I know this was going to come as a shock to probably about 90% of you, I actually was, once upon a time, before my chest fell to my stomach, a Division I college basketball player. So athletics... So athletics are hugely important to me. It's the way I found my way to college. It's the way I found a lot of understandings of the life that I lived, and I'm grateful for everything that athletics has made in my life. But I also want to express my deep and heartfelt gratitude to these generous donors for making this Fieldhouse a reality. This building, when it's finished, will be an amazing asset to our school community. And it will be used, I think, probably daily, likely daily, by every student in the school. Students, as I said before, this facility will be all about you. It's also history in the making, as Stacy said, since we've never had a facility of this kind before. And I know it's going to be put to good use. And of course, I also want to express my personal thanks to these marvelous people sitting up here in these chairs in front of me, these lead donors, for honoring me in this way by attaching my name to this Fieldhouse. I am deeply touched. That is an incredibly thoughtful and kind gesture, and I am honored and grateful to be to have this building bear my name. Thank you so much. It's been a long time coming. The building. It's long overdue, but it's now on its way. It's about to become a reality, and this is cause for great rejoicing and celebration. And I thank you all for coming here to be part of this today. So what I want to now ask in my capacity as head of school is for the Lissettes and Denise and the apprentices and the readers, and thank you if you'd like to join us. I would be honored if you and David to come forward, and we're going to lift some. Those of us on this side are going to lift some soil from this thing and put it over there. And those of us on this side are going to lift some soil and put it over there. Because we need to have a groundbreaking, even though it's symbolic. So come forward.
Imagine if we had brought a phone crew out there.